random and desperate. Well, I've just got off the train and that's my back chute. But as soon as I got off, and I did see the last video, there's hardly any people actually on that train. I think there's about 8 to be honest with you. And where that Timpson's is there, as soon as I got off and passed there before, there was some bloke arguing and swearing at the poor employee. It's calling him every single name going to man. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to have a bit of an adventure round the streets of Southport. And it's just me at the moment. I'm doing this solo trip around because I know a lot of you want more of me doing little solo adventures. Now I've not had anything to it. Yes, I'm being super healthy at the moment, so but it all stops now. Got high blood pressure, by the way. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to find a fish and chip shop, and I know exactly where to head to start this adventure, and then we'll have a look round the front and maybe a few pubs later on. So I'm back in Southport once again. Let's have a random adventure, and I know Southport has now got a dark history. So what we're going to do, first port of call is find a decent fish and chips, and I know exactly where to go. So let's go for a random adventure in the streets of Southport. Come and join us. I just want to show you there the old British store there, which had gone years ago. British Home Store. Now, like anywhere all over the UK, it is, what's the word should I describe it? Not good, let's just say not good. And look at this, just look at this. You're going, as soon as you get off the train, you're welcome to this. But once, years ago, it used to be a place to go, Southport. Now we're heading to the main bit, which is Lord Street, and then we'll go to the front. And this is where people used to go. You used to get off the train, straight down this little corridor here with their future husbands, future wives, to buy an engagement ring in Lord Street. It used to be a really posh place to go years ago. It was the, let's just say, the upper class. So if you're from the northwest, this is where you went. You went for clothes, you went for jewellery, and you went for experience. Plus, you could stop a night at a cheeky hotel and celebrate your engagement with the good thing what two couples do. Wow. I love these little adventures. Now here we are, folks, right on Lord Street. There you see that glorious building up there on the left. Look at that marvellous bit of British engineering at its best. And they still have remnants all over, even where you are, of the once promising history of this country. But they do the best to make things work. Now let's have like little things like this. A fountain in the middle of the streets. Now this is Lord Street, by the way. All up here, what runs it down here. And this is a bit of decoration to welcome us on our little adventure. I'm getting wet there, folks. Now yesterday it was scorching hot in the UK, but the weather's changed. Is it because I'm going away? So I'm stopping here for a couple of nights. I'll have a few drinks around here, and then we'll find some adventures, what we're going to do. But first of all, it is a fish and chip shop, because I'm a bit peckish. Let's find one. Very sensible random. Now this is one of my favourite fish and chip shops. It's hidden away on Lord Street, and just at the front here, this one here, the Dolphin fish and chip shop, and it's just up there, and that's where we're heading to for some random fish and chips. Now let me just tell you, it is Tuesday when I'm filming this, and hopefully it is open today, fingers crossed. Well, it should be, because there's a sign out there, so you presume so. But what I like about Southport is all these random little streets where the old little shops used to be and bars, but most of them are taking up takeaways, pubs, which is not alright, I suppose. When once, especially that bit, the Law Street, were full of distinguished public wanted to buy something for their loved ones. Let's go for some fish and chips. Sounds like a plan. So that's where we're going to go first. It really is a good place. It's just off the street to the front there. Here we go. We're going to go here. Some fish and chips. Right, folks. This is what we've got on the menu. Now we're going to go small, large. I might go for that one, the regular fish and chips, because that's just too much for me. And hopefully, especially in places like this, we will get them old-fashioned pickles, but the large virgin. So that's what I'm going to order, and a full fat, full sugar, maximum flavour, maximum salt Coke. Fresh tartar sauce, and a full fat, full sugar Coke. I'm posh, I don't use a glass. Now check that out. Now what did Stocky tell me first? Oh, vinegar first. Quite lots of vinegar. And then salt. Otherwise it washes it off. So let's try one of these chips. Proper chip. Look at that. I might actually pinch Stocky's cat parade. So, Stocky bloke, white gold, but it is. Them chips are lovely.
They're not huge ones,
Thank
but
you. That'll do.
get, I think.
Thank you. And some pickles. But them chips are lovely.
They were just checking out, yeah. They might.
Let's see if we can eat it all. I admit defeat. I've not done bad actually. Not done bad. I'm just stuffed. But my mum always said, make sure you eat everything on your plate. There's people in Africa who are starving. Well, I'll donate it to them. Well folks, that was absolutely fantastic. Great little fish and chip shop. But it's still not as... And so what we'll do now, we'll go to the front and see how things have affected this once beautiful town due to the incident what happened a few months ago. Look. Now if you look there, just look at that mural there, red rum. But next to places like this. So folks, if you go down there, that's where Random's favourite fish and chip shop. Now where we're going to head to next is to the King's Garden, which is down there. Now if you just look ahead, that's where we're heading to. This is a beautiful park, the King's Garden, Southport, and I really recommend that you do go and investigate around there, because you could lose yourself with a complete hour round this beautiful King's Garden. Right folks, here it is, the King's Garden. Check this out. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have a walk down there and just go round in a circle and head to that entertainment centre over there. But here he is, the King's Garden, which was opened in yeah, these dates right, I always slip up here. 1913 by King George V and the Queen. But check this out, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? And I'll just go this side and just show you around here. Look at this. Now this is grade listed 2 area, and don't get me wrong, it's an absolutely beautiful place. And what I'm going to talk about in the recent events, what happened in Southport, where some madman, and he was a madman, went into a children's centre for new mums or new parents and decided to execute as many people as possible, and it created a firestorm round here. Because what happened is things started to happen. The people of this country were so pissed off of the violence, what is going around in the streets of the UK now, the asylum seeker situation, and this was the epicentre of rioting. And unfortunately it did create a negative atmosphere in Southport. And what I'm trying to understand are people coming back, the families what used to come here years ago, are they returning back? Now that is the question, and I want you guys to answer. But we must support places like this. Yes, there was a tragedy. Yes, little girls lost their lives. Yes, it's got a history of rioting now. Is it safe for families? Of course it flipping is. It's a beautiful place, and it's worth coming and trying it. Would you stop a week at Southport? A week's a bit long. A few days is probably adequate. But especially if things like this beautiful park, and it is beautiful, and you've just got to see, you've just got to forget about all that stuff and concentrate on the positive. Now check these out here. Look at all these. Certainly not scared of me, are they? Look at them, like a big family. But I like Southport, but I didn't like what went on here. And I get it's put families off, and I get people don't feel safe, but it's not this place's fault. I blame the government for starting this situation, not policing people, not letting as many young men from different countries, different world into this country. And this is what happens. This is the casualty, that our people are now being victimised, and most people are scared to go out of their house. But here's something about Southport, and I'm asking people who watch my videos, come here and support the local community again. Forget about all that rubbish, forget about the politics or whatever happened, but come back to Southport. It's got so much history, so much culture, and it's part of our British seaside experience. That's where we're going to head to. You can just about hear the music. Now, in peak period, they'll have a musician on. Listen. Usually Elvis has been impersonator. And it's a great just to sit there, have a few beers, talk with your mates, and relax from the work. And I say that to everybody because we are working as a people too much in this country. And we don't concentrate on us. We care more about who we work for instead of concentrating about our mental health. We should put us first instead of collecting as many coins as possible. Because I'll tell you a story. My mum has got dementia. Yes, she has. She's got dementia, and she's now in a hospital where social services have got control of her money and her life. And because you have so much money in the bank, you have to pay for care yourself. Helicopter. And my mum will have to pay nearly £1,500 a week to be looked after. And I love my mum, and it's really upsetting for me to see her in that way. She does recognise me. She knows who I am. She might not know my name, but she'll remember how much she loves her son. And to all the people out there who's lost their loved ones to this dreadful disease, dementia, I can understand where you're coming to, but still go and see her. Even if all her public functions are not there, it's still your parents. It's still someone you care about. And this video is in honour for my mum. And I love you, mum, and I always will. And that's why sometimes just getting away from the hustle or bustle of wherever you live is a bonus. Right folks, we're going to go across this bridge. We're going to head to that entertainment where we can hear, sounds a bit like Elvis playing, but that's where we're heading to. Now, when is this pier actually going to open? It has been closed for God knows since I've started doing this YouTube vlogs, and that's where we're going to head to, where they've gated it off. It's a beautiful Victorian walkway, and the British public can't even walk on it. Wake up, Southport. Little things like this improves the area itself. And there is that. Not tonight, but I'm going to stop there for one night. One of my hotels where I'm planning to visit. Open this bloody pier up. I just said there, look how many people are there. Hardly any people. Especially with a singer. Do you think all the people buying the stuff there, they're not going to subsidise even his wages? And all you've got at the moment is a few grannies with wet knickers watching the performer. But at least it's a start. It's the start of trying to improve Southport, trying to get back to the family, the fun atmosphere of this country by coming back to places like this, especially when you can't even get on the bloody pier, the Victorian pier. I've been coming here for a few years, and this board has been here for God knows how long. But simple things like this, by opening them wooden doors and letting the hearts and minds of this beautiful country get back in there and experience Southport the way it used to be, not its dark history. supposed to eat sugar, by the way. I'm going to honour them by having a proper British ice cream. Don't go there, go that one there. A lot nicer. Let's have a 99 with as much crap on as possible. Don't tell the missus, I'll be in trouble. Hiya, can you have a 99 with as much single please, as much crap on as possible? Yeah, thanks. I'll leave it up to your imagination. Check that out. A traditional British ice cream. Look at that. Masterpiece. And that's why you should come to places like this. Oh, full of sugar, but lots of fun. I bet the chocolate, by the way. Dripping ice cream, thinking of memories of the past. Yeah. Well, there we are, folks. It was a little adventure for Random and Desperate, and I want your thoughts, and I want you to support this community again. It is a community, and it's our community we've got to think of. I still want my children to enjoy the peace of this world and come places like this with their families and their friends without fear of attack and opinion. But what a world we live in now, folks. What a world we live in. I'll always support this beautiful country, and it is a beautiful country. Yes, it has faults like any other country, but it's us what make it this way. And these politicians what are sat in their office in Westminster, who never put a uniform on or even picked up a gun to defend this country. Shame on you. It really is. But we have a problem now. Everyone's struggling. Everyone's got no money. Do you know 25% of people in this country have to live on credit because they can't afford the high bills, the high costs of living? And little treats like this, coming to Southport or going to whatever your little community is, your place of rest, your holiday favourite place. Mine's Blackpool, I must admit, it is Blackpool. And then I would say Wales, and then Southport. It's the memories of the past of our families. And it's up to us, folks, now. It's up to us to carry on this tradition. Otherwise, it'll be gone. And this is what you'll end up with. Just loads of boards, scaffolding, empty memories and empty hearts. So do me a favour, folks. I don't usually say this, it's one of my pet hates. Share this video to as many people as possible and spread the good word that Southport is coming back. I want to do another video in a few years when this place is packed and not full of pensioners but full of families and a mixture of people from different communities, from different spaces all over the UK to celebrate this once beautiful historic town. And hopefully the badness, what's happened here recently, is faded into dust. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you again next time for whenever the adventure awaits. I'm going to check in my hotel. I'll see you on the next video. And I'm going to put the pictures of these beautiful little girls, and there's some, remember, these are people's children, and it really upset me to do it. I got really passionate about my opinion about this thing. And it's crazy, this world. We're living in a crazy world where our children are not safe, our women are not safe, and even our men are not safe because of the law and order in this country. This used to be respected by thousands of people across many worlds, but not anymore. And I just want to show you at the end of this video the picture of this monster, and he is a monster, and you can understand why people get so angry regarding when a monster, and he is a monster, hurts or end people's lives because of whatever reason. Now, he's in jail, this guy, by the way. He got tried, convicted and put in jail, but he'll live a better life than you and I. And then when you get little girls who can't grow up, have children, shocking, absolute shocking. Well, that is the end of the video now. So Britain, wake up. Years ago we used to put a uniform on and got our weapon and march into battle, but I think the battle is only just started. Thanks very much, folks, and I'll see you again next time for another random adventure. Rest in peace, little girl, and rest in peace, Britain as well, unless we wake up. Shocking.